Sorry, I was typing something. How long? You asked her how long ago she was captured?
Yeah. I removed the gag as well.
There's no light down here. It's hard to tell, but I think it's been like a couple of weeks.
How
They
long?
bring me food and water sometimes, and
I whisper in a Jocker's ear, "Can you detect magic?"
Nope.
How old was your kid?
young, very young. I've been trying my best to hide him from the forces of Verossi, but there's only so much you can do.
What does this symbol look like on his body? said
If
he
you
had a
untie my
symbol?
hands, I can show you.
No, just describe it. You don't have to.
Lady, listen.
It looks like it was a birthmark. It was a strange birthmark. It looked like a band that went around his arm.
Neal, I'm edging closer to her, and just so that you know this, because I know you're going to try to lawyer it out of me, I am coiled like a snake to literally ram this spear through her face noggin. The whole thing. It's a target.
Okay.
Okay, I'll continue my questioning. Do I remember what the shape on our baby looked like?
It looks like a.
And I circle
eye?
behind her, Neal. I circle behind her.
It looks like an eye.
No, she's pushed her. When you guys were talking about killing her, she backed up all the way into the corner.
Neal, why did you remove the symbol just now?
I push her forward.
So you have to remember
back
yourself.
to the spot.
It looks like an eye.
You literally drag her back into the middle of the hallway.
Well, into the middle of the room.
Well, yeah, I'm sorry, room. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Drag her into the middle of the room. Okay.
So,
and then I circle behind her.
what did you do in life before ending up here?
I was a seamstress in Raekwon.
I think what I go over and gag her again, be like, all right, we got enough. I have a theory, guys. I think that I think that Carla's babe was not chosen one. I think a lot of people think that their babes are the chosen one, and everyone who gets a birthmark that looks special brings them to these Templar, and we're probably eventually going to find Carla the same way like this woman is.
What makes you say that?
I mean, how could there be two chosen kids?
Well, she didn't describe the birthmark.
It's interesting that you leap to that, though, is what I'm saying.
I mean, call it a far-flung hypothesis for sure, but that's just what I think we should still use this woman to aid us in moving through this cavern, but we should not untie her by any means.
My hypothesis is different but similar to Smee's, and it's that the Templar care so much about finding the chosen one that they'll look for children that could be but aren't, and mistreat their mothers or what have you in pursuit of this child.
It's possible.
Child is all that matters.
I had a little bit of a bad feeling about these Templar before we even came in. But at the same time, I still want to pass this test because I want that treasure.
Yeah, the treasure is good.
It seems like she didn't mention any tests.
Let me move this along, then. What do we do with the woman?
We have her walk in front of us.
Smee says put her in front. Jockre, what say you?
She gets to her feet.
We bring her with us. We should probably ungag her, but leave her tied so that she can't do anything to hurt us.
Largo?
She goes back to the corner of the room.
I kind of like an orderly at a mental hospital. I kind of like just grab her by her shoulders and put her back in the chair, and then I give her a little bit of a pat on the shoulder.
Here is one thing that
what was she sitting in?
She was sitting on the floor.
Oh, I suggest with my hands that she sits down again.
Here's what I do. I get up and I
struggles against you and tries to walk towards the door.
That's good. I have strength 16. What does she have?
You can restrain her. She is an underfed woman.
I walk over to the old plate of chicken bones and food, and I examine it for is it foul and moldy, or does it seem like one day old?
The bread's pretty stale. The chicken looks cold, but it more or less looks like if you had a drumstick and then just kind of left the leftover meat sitting on your table for a night.
Okay. So, first of all...
I've eaten worse drumsticks.
So I looked at it. I go back to the party. So if this woman had been down here for as long as she claims, she'd likely be ravenous and would not leave any meat on this bone. But what we could do is wait and see if somebody comes to bring food, see who it is, and then act then. We have time. I mean,
Yeah.
We need
Ungag her to know what
to
she
take-
thinks.
Please get me out of here. Are you? It sounds like you're working with those monsters up above.
Hey, when was that
you
food
keep
given?
calling them the Templar?
Hey, shut up. When was that food given to you? How long ago was that?
They brought it down earlier today, or last night, or yesterday. A while ago. It's been here a while. They let me eat it, then they tied me back up.
These were the Templar?
I guess, if that's what you
What
call
were
them,
they wearing?
the knights upstairs.
Yeah, that was them.
They will wear heavy armor and swords, and they almost never say anything to me. I don't even know if my baby's safe.
My only concern with waiting, I put the gag back on her again. I say, sorry, ma'am, you can't be talking too much while we're talking. It's quite distracting.
She kicks you in the shin. Well, she tries to kick you in the shin.
Okay, I dodge if I can.
Yeah, you dodge.
Yeah. I look to Largo and I'm like, we could wait, but I think either the Templar put her down here to test us to see what we do with this, or we're going to find more of these, and we could perhaps go look in those other doors throughout this labyrinth. But I think we should at least use her, keep her in front, because if we're waiting, we're just killing rations. We only have so much time.
Good point.
Well, this is true, but we also have to decide what the Templar value. So this is a test, but it's a test designed by the Templar.
I have an idea.
Well, they do feed her and they do keep her, so there must be a reason.
Set up your trap in this room, and we'll take her with us.
So then that would be murdering.
The stone or
whoever-
stone. You cannot you cannot set up the trap because you need to nail the crossbow into the wall somehow.
Oh,
could-
just rest it.
Yeah, we couldn't prop it up on the ground.
Yeah. With a bucket of shit.
The issue is that you need some tension for the rope to pull against, and if it's just sitting on the ground, when the door moves, the thing would just kind of get.
I see what
Good
you're
point.
saying.
You can nail it into the ground, though, right? Or is the ground stone, too?
No, it's ground stone.
all
Also,
stone.
there's no
Wow.
handle on the door
I
to
mean-
attach the rope to.
Why would they keep her alive and feed her?
Is
For
she
us-
still gagged?
Oh, yeah.
Ungag her.
You ungag her?
I keep the gag and I'm like, fuck you guys.
I don't know why they keep me alive. Please.
Jock Reed, look, they shut the door behind us. They're not going to come back in here and be like, oh, yeah, we're just making sure she's still awake.
How's the mission going?
Yeah, they're not going to step down here and feed her. That's why I think waiting
Exactly.
and trying to talk to them is point of time. But
Let's just.
I think
go
we
with
use her. I think we put her in front of her, maybe give her a torch, and if she runs off or she gets exploded, well, that's up to her. We're going to be behind her the entire way. She can't get past us, so she only moves forward.
It's darkly pragmatic, Largo. Or,
Well,
Snake.
lady,
And when
what's
you-
what's your
When you
name?
get to the surface, you'll let me out?
Oh, we
Yes.
have no issue with letting. Yeah, you can do whatever you want when we get to the surface.
Our goal is to complete this mission, which is to complete this underground dungeon, I guess.
Listen, I think
My name is Serena, by the way.
All right, Serena, thank you.
What if we go back to the entrance and knock and see we found her?
Oh, my God.
no.
No, the Templar are the people that put her here.
If she's telling the truth, then they have captured her. If she's lying, then she's just a test, and the Templar already know that.
What if she's a distraction for something else that's in this room?
I mean, we've been in this room this entire time.
They're keeping us from the chicken.
It's not. I point up to the corner. I'm like, "Do you see a spider up there? I don't see a spider up. I don't think there's anything in here."
I look
I
around the
say
room
that-
for inscriptions.
There are no inscriptions of there's no
Jock, you should
inscriptions.
check
I
that.
look on her body for
Ah.
inscriptions.
She's wearing clothing. You can really only see her face and neck.
No
And if you
tattoos
look
or-
behind her hands. I'm sorry, what'd you do?
I was looking if she had tattoos or any markings on her.
Not that you can see, but you cannot see very much of her skin.
Is she
Did they
bruised
hurt
at all?
you?
Oh,
No, they've not abused me other than emotionally, and I could use some more food. But they do feed me. Not
Have the rest of this chicken.
all right. Here's what we got. We got to keep moving because we only have so much time in
Okay.
here with rations and whatnot. But I want to make sure that she at least bleeds the same blood as you and I. So, ma'am, if it's okay with you, can you cut yourself? I gotta see if your blood's red, or if
No,
you even bleed.
Keep her hands bound. If we're gonna do this, we should cut her
If
ourselves.
that's what it takes to prove that I'm not a monster,
Yes.
then please do so.
Okay, I'd pull out one of my small daggers and say, "This might hurt a little bit. Please, just."
Can you cut me on the hand? I don't want scars on my face.
Oh, I'm not gonna cut your face. That's foul and that's unkind. And I
Thank you.
cut her hand a little bit.
Okay. It bleeds. She kind of flinches with the pain, but ever so slightly. Only like when you get your blood drawn, wince.
Neal, I
Hate getting my blood drawn.
I take the point of my finger and dip it in her blood and then taste it to see if it tastes like blood.
Yeah, it tastes like iron.
Okay. So yep, I guess she is a human. Let's get out of here though. We're gonna have her lead, like I said.
Okay, let's bring her.
Victorian, does that work?
That sounds good.
Largo?
Yes,
Yep.
as long as our hands are bound.
She will not be unbound. I don't want any witchcraft going on. I've seen it. So,
Seen some shit.
I've seen some shit. Ma'am, if you please, and I point forward.
Confirming there was no markings in the room, Neil, even if I tried to look around. Okay, cool.
Yeah. The room is devoid of all markings. She asked you, "Where are we going?"
But we're going north, right down that hallway, and you're leading.
Oh, okay, but
We're
when did we
going on
leave?
we're going on an adventure, and during this adventure, we're going to find out if we trust you or not. That is your purpose right now for the group.
Okay, I guess I can lead you.
Well,
We
the
do
other
want
option
to
is not
exit
kill you.
eventually, so don't. This is our common goal here.
Okay, I can do that. Can you untie me at least?
Nope, you're walking. And I mean, are her feet tied?
No, her feet are unbound.
No, your hands got to stay behind your back. We can't. You're of no use to us either way. Or sorry, your use is the same with your hands tied or not for us.
Okay, fine. And she leads the way.
Okay, we start. We stay about. I stay about 10 feet behind her as she walks in front.
Okay, so it goes her, then you, then Victorian. Then
But
Jock-
still the same marching order, but with her in front.
Okay, cool. So she goes, then Victorian goes, then you go, then Jockry goes, then Largo goes.
No, Largo goes before me, I think.
Okay, well your torch doesn't have that much light, so she's kind of out walking at the edge of the darkness.
That's
Oh, then
totally
I
fine.
would. Let's put Largo next to me. I don't know.
If she's at the edge of darkness, as long as she can see us, then that's fine.
Okay. You guys continue to walk. Jen, your spell only has 5 minutes left on it. I've been timing your conversation.
Okay.
Okay. You proceed down the hallway with care.
Okay.
You come another 15 feet and you enter another small chamber. Similar to the last one, but instead of having statues around it, there are plates on the ground that look like they've been engraved with people's names. And you notice that there are similar plates on the walls above small holes, and you see nothing but bones lying in them.
I read the plates.
They seem to be people's names, but they're written. I mean, you're guessing they're people's names, but they're written in a language you don't understand. You can't read the runes.
Okay. Oh, do you speak this language by any chance? I point to the runes.
I'm sorry, I don't know how to read.
Is this the end of the path, Neil? It just ends in this room?
It just dead ends.
Do you mind if I check if you have anything on you?
Okay.
I pat her down to make sure she doesn't have anything on her.
She has boobs.
Okay.
That's about it.
How nice are they? No, I'm just kidding.
I thought so.
Then I say, I don't think she's a witch. She would have spell components. But let's keep walking.
Jeff, they're 7 on a scale of 3 to 18 with an average of 10.5.
Just so you know, though, Jen was the one that asked that.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Jen, they're 7 on a scale of 3 to 18. That averages at 10.5.
All right.
Neil,
Okay.
I go around the edge of the room looking at the walls to see if there's any other similar markings, or also checking for traps. Very slowly.
You don't know. Yeah, no, you don't see anything, is what I mean.
Oh.
You said there were little bones on the plates.
carvings on the plates. There are bones in
Carvings.
walls.
Bones in the wall.
Bones in the holes, yeah. Seems to be a crypt, guys. Right? These are the names.
Yeah, maybe it's where they bury the dead Templar or something. Who knows?
All right, let's
So-
keep going.
Let's try the other pathways.
Yeah, I guess we can go down the other way. Then we gotta. I'll go check the door and.
I'm gonna grab one of the
there.
bones, Neil. Like a thigh bone or some shit.
A femur, if you will.
A femur. I'm grabbing a femur bone.
What?
Okay,
Neil,
you
the
grab a-
statue in the center. Is there anything? It's just the same statue. With the sword.
No,
sticking
it's
up?
there are no statues in the room. None.
Oh, okay. So it's just the plate of bones around.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, we walk back down to the center room.
And when we get to the center room, I leave the bone in the doorway of the one we just came out of.
Okay.
We walk over to the western door, and I open it slowly, checking it for traps. You said we came in. We're back in like the main
there's
room.
only the one door, and I mean, there wasn't even a door. It was just a hallway that opens up. So there are no doors in the room. There's just the entrance to the east. This room, it's literally the dead end.
No, we walk back to the main room, is what we said.
Oh, I'm sorry. Back to the main room. My
Yeah,
mistake.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Now where do you go
And
again?
I left a bone in the door frame of the one we just came out of.
Which
Okay.
was the north door.
Somehow I misunderstood all these things, and I'm glad you're correcting me here.
And we
All right,
came in from the east, right?
You came in from the west.
Okay, we go over to the east then, and I check the door for traps and open it slowly.
Okay. You detect the door for traps. 30%, you said?
Yes.
All right. You find no traps on the door.
I say, hey, Serena, can you open this, please?
Can you untie my hands?
I mean, you can open the door. I don't need to untie your hands.
She sighs, turns around,
I walk
Reaches
away
the
when
door
she gets
and-
over there.
finds it, and pushes it open, and the door opens in front of you guys.
Nothing
Okay.
happens to her.
Nothing happens to her.
So well, let's go. We start walking down that hallway. I also
Chuck,
check the
this-
side of the door.
Sense of dread in front of you as you start walking forward.
We
Oh,
what?
what?
A sense of dread.
Oh, dreadlocks. Yeah.
I
Is this-
don't know what dread is, to be honest.
It's like
I-
evil death,
Foreboding, bad
foreboding,
feelings.
shitty. Yeah.
Doom.
Guys, I have a bad
sense
feeling
of
about
doom.
this.
Is Serena the one casting this or no?
Google Translate says it translates as dread.
Nice.
Thanks, Google.
Are we getting
Translate.
this feeling from Serena or no?
You don't get any feeling.
What?
You feel nothing. Only Jockrey feels.
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed
Oh,
the
guys! Oh, guys, stop! I feel bits and snares.
What?
My spell has been working.
Jockrey, why are you laughing? It's weird.
Oh, because I didn't think it would work, but I'm quite amazed right now.
Oh, okay.
So, can I know what it is exactly, Neil? It says I can know, I think. What it is. A feeling of danger. The caster learns the general nature of the danger. Tell me the general nature of the danger, Neil. Pit snare or deadfall. It doesn't tell me how to disarm it, but as I approach it, I feel it.
You feel like it is some sort of pitfall or deadfall or hole in the ground through which someone would fall.
Pitfall, guys. Pitfalls. So let's just be careful and walk carefully, and I'll feel it more as we get closer to it. So I start walking next to where they are.
So now it goes.
I go really slowly to feel the sense tingle more, I guess.
My question is, are you in front or is Serena still in front?
She was in the front, but now I tell them to stop walking. So I join up with them to feel the dead.
So my question is, are you in the front or is Serena in the front?
I'm right next to her. Well, right
As
behind
Jockrey
her.
starts
Right
to
behind
walk,
her. Right
go
behind
off.
her. Right behind her.
Okay,
Fade
cool.
a little bit to the back.
Right. Thieves, would you be able to detect this?
So
Should be nearby on the
I'm going-
floor.
yeah, I'm gonna just do a perception check on the ground where Jockrey pointed out that there would be a trap.
I'm sorry, you what again?
I want to do a perception check or perceive the ground where Jockrey said that there would be a trap to see if it's like
She doesn't
You
know
know.
where there's a trap. She hasn't said where there would be a trap at all.
But she said pitfall, so I'm
Yeah.
looking like the ground area.
Could
Okay.
be a wall pitfall,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. Fall through the wall. I'm
Oh,
looking at the
no,
ground in the entrance of this room. Like, I'm trying to see, like, Indiana Jones.
Joffrey's spell has faded by now. As you
Right.
start walking forward, your spell fades, and you no longer know how close you're going to be. But yeah, all right. So you're looking at the ground in front of you, but Largo, you're
Yeah.
literally the last person in the line.
Well, I assume, like, when we come to this door, we create a little concave, right?
Okay. Yeah. Well, there's nothing directly in front of the door, and Joffrey, your spell extends 40 feet, so it's probably 40 feet down the line ish.
Yeah, it's probably 40 feet down the line-ish.
So I have infravision. So with the help of the torch, could I see past that?
You do, but
Okay.
you see no pits in the ground.
So here's what I'm looking for is like either crumbly rocks or would it be something like a button you stand on and press, or is it like Indiana Jones where he has to
That would be a
spell
detect
the name?
traps ability,
Detect
and that
traps.
requires like d6 minutes of time for every like 5 feet you move or something. I don't remember the exact specifications.
Well, I felt that it would be about 40 feet away, so we should move forward a little bit. But what if we just bring a statue and kind of just push it forward or something?
She goes, "Oh, thank God! At first, I thought you were just going to say you're going to let me walk forward and fall into it."
Well, that's what I was
It's
thinking.
still an option.
Guys, don't be cruel. This lady needs our help.
Maybe not.
I say, well, we could just go get some bones and throw them down the hall.
We could go back and get those statues.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I agree with you.
You got to move those, Largo?
Largo, that's a fantastic idea. My God.
Let's just go get a
Thanks, right?
small
I
one.
came up with it on my own.
Yeah, let's just go get a small one and throw it forward.
Yeah, I think the I think
Just immune to it, just like, fuck you guys, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Let's just keep going with this.
I think the bones would likely be too light to trigger whatever this is. So I think that the idea I came up with, the statue, would be probably the best.
Yes.
If we find,
Good idea. Good thinking.
yeah, I
Let's
guess
go
we
get the
could.
statue.
I guess we could, Largo. I guess that's a good idea.
It is flat, so it can be pushed.
Can I get a pat on the back or two
Yeah.
for this
yeah.
idea? If
John,
you're like,
pat him on the back.
This
Serena
makes
kind of
sense,
squats down and pats you on the back.
oh, excellent.
She's nice.
She's tall.
So Neil, we go back into the big room or in behind us, I guess, into that room and look for
And
a small statue.
Slide one of the small statues.
Yeah, we just whatever the smallest one is. How small is that?
I mean, they're like 3 feet tall, 2.5 feet tall.
Guys, let's bring those.
Are they movable?
Really small.
You have to push to slide them. I mean, think of like the old school Greco-Roman busts. You know
Yeah.
what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
And think of one of those, except a little bit taller end of a person. Although there are a few that are just like a bust of a person.
Okay,
So I mean,
we go
they
grab
can't be
one, we
pushed, they're
slide
heavy.
it in.
all right. Who is in front sliding the bust or
I
the
think-
figurine?
Here's what we do: is we give we have Serena sit on the ground
Mm-hmm.
and have her back to the bust, and then she
have her, like,
uses her legs to move forward,
The
and
poor
so the
lady.
bust. No, the bust will fall down before she does, and she can stop, and she won't die. And as an additional safety measure, I will tie my piece of rope to her leg and around whoever the heaviest of us is. So if she
Sorry.
falls, then we've got.
She
a
says,
second-
"This is awfully complex. Why don't you just have someone else push it?" Or-
Serena, I'll fucking gag you. Shut up.
Serena,
Better safe than sorry. We're trying to save everyone here.
Okay,
You see, with this rope thing, we're trying to save you.
I get it.
Okay. Do it.
Yep.
Jeffy, did you want to break here?
Uh,
Wait until you guys push the bust a little bit further down the line.
no, let's
Push
push
it.
the bus down the line,
Push it.
or have
All right,
Serena
so
push
she
it.
Real-
squats
Push it
down
real
and
good.
scoots it with her back and with her butt, and she pushes it as far as she can. She gets about 20. No, she gets like 30 feet down the hallway when all of a sudden the bus just goes whoosh, and falls. Like literally, it just like falls through the ground,
Aha!
and she goes ah! And lets
It
out a
worked.
scream.
Good work,
that's
Serena.
crazy.
Starts shuffling back towards you guys.
It
Now
fell
we
through
need to
30
determine
feet.
how big the hole is.
Let's go get another statue.
Well, no.
Yeah. That won't
Now we
work.
need a. I'll use my. I go to where we saw it fall through, and I poke my spear through,
Mm-hmm.
and then I kind of dangle it out to test
Okay.
to see how much of the floor is apparently invisible.
It's about 5 feet.
And then it hits the ground.
Yeah, then it hits a wall on the other side.
So what I do then is I lay my spear across
Your
from
spear
point A to point.
barely covers the side. I mean, it will
Okay.
sit on, but it barely covers.
I go that much.
Good job.
Are any
Thank
of
you.
those statues long enough to?
Cross.
The main one in the center is.
Let's go get it.
Yes. When you say this, can we just be clear? You're talking about like a 30-foot tall statue, right?
No. It's like 8 feet tall. 7 feet
Oh,
tall.
we're in
No,
a
10 feet tall. I'm sorry, 10-foot
like
tall
a
statue.
cave. It's like a very small.
I
Because
said
you're like
the
come into a
room
big
is 10 feet.
clear room.
Yeah, but the room in this, the ceiling in this room is 10 feet tall. The
Oh.
hallways are 7 feet tall. This is 10 feet tall. It still must weigh like 3,000 pounds.
Very good. So I can bench that. Okay, so I go. I grab that. And I just bench it as I go. No, I think we can
We should have
probably
brought the ladder.
jump 5 feet pretty easily,
I'm pretty sure.
and I can throw the small people.
Let's look up jumping rules under time and movement. Movement, swimming, no. Climbing, no. Getting
5
down,
foot
I
jump?
think that's
The
a
5 foot
section
jump is
dancing.
super easy, guys.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys can jump 5 feet. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, just think about that. It's like a foot less than my height, I guess.
Only thing is, we got to have the safety measure. We got to tie each other together. That way, if
Yeah.
one doesn't make the jump, we make sure that we hold that person.
Well, someone has to get over, and
How
then they.
deep is it? Did we hear the statue fall, Neil?
You did.
How long did it take to fall?
You are not a physics major, nor do you understand gravity well enough to really count out how long it fell.
Yeah, but like, was it like
It went,
1, 2, 3 puck? Or was it like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 puck?
What? Something will fall in less than a second or a full second, somewhere within the 1 second range.
So I think this hole is 9.8 meters deep or less.
Larga, you went to physics class?
I took that class.
You took
Yeah, I took that class.
What if we try to look through the surface? Like,
I don't know. What happens?
what
Do
if we...
you stick your head through the floor?
No, I'm gonna stick my... Let me see what I have here. What can I stick through the floor? Do you have an extra spears, mate? Or a piece of wood? I asked that to Victorian.
I have 3 spears. Yes.
What if we just poke a little bit with the spear to see if it goes to the bottom?
You wanna? Yeah, I can see if it's a 5 foot.
There's no
Deep
rules
hole.
for jumping without a jumping proficiency, but a jumping proficiency allows you to jump 2d6 plus your level in feet. So I'm going to say without a jumping proficiency, you can jump.
Guys, no problem. I got a jumping, but let's do this.
Do you have a jumping proficiency?
I do.
You do?
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't say for size, so apparently it's a gnome with a jumping proficiency can jump just as far as a human or a half ogre with a jumping proficiency.
It's like a tick.
Yeah. You can jump 2d6 plus your level in feet, so 2d6 plus 6, I believe.
I'm 4/5, so 5.
Oh, multi-class. Yeah, 2d6/5.
Guys, I can make this jump. No problem.
So
So
you can
that's
just
a
make the
minimum of
base of it.
7 feet, a minimum of 7 feet.
Yeah.
All the way up to 20, 11 feet? I can't add. 12 and 5. That's how many feet? 17. I'm really good at math.
No problem, guys. I got this.
Potentially.
Let's figure out how wide it is, too.
It stretches from wall to wall.
Okay. And if
It
we...
is deeper than the spear length without
Okay.
letting your hands go into the ground.
Okay.
Guys,
I
I'm
kind
gonna.
of say we just jump this, guys. I don't know we should spend too much time investigating a hole.
And we see ground, we don't see a hole, right?
You see solid wall. Actually, you know what? Give me a saving throw versus spell, everybody.
Okay.
Is that a pass for you, Smee?
No.
No.
Not a pass for me.
We all
Spells.
fail. Everyone fails.
Okay.
No, not
Yeah,
yet.
it looks like solid stone.
I hit my spell is 14. So does that
What
mean
was
Oh,
it?
yeah,
Did-
yeah, you can see that.
What was
Smee,
it?
really? You don't pass your saving throw for spell?
He's level 6. I'm level 4. Fighter.
You're a fighter thief. Okay. But I thought the thief saving throws were high enough that would be a pass.
I mean,
I
I
really-
can look real quick. I don't think so.
Let me double check because I think that I might be wrong here, but I would expect for priest level 4. Yeah, the saving throw for spell is 14. You passed me. Your saving throws should be 9, 13, 12, 15, 14.
Not. Oh, I don't. I was looking at your DM screen for that. I guess those are opposite or something.
No. You should just go by the better, whatever's better for you. You're a level 4 priest, right? And a level 3 fighter?
What? No, I'm not a
No,
priest.
What the fuck are you? What is your...
I'm a thief fighter.
No wonder I'm so fucked up. Yeah. No. Yeah, screw that. You don't pass. I don't know why I
pass,
thought
yeah.
you were a priest. I'm a crazy
Alright.
person.
You have to
don't-
get that number or under, right?
that number
higher.
or higher. Victorian
higher.
instance. Yes. Victorian, you no longer see a floor. You actually see a pit. And if you lean over and, Jackery holds
Yeah.
the torch over, you can see it goes 15, 20 feet deep.
It's a 20-foot deep hole. Let's just jump it, guys.
Yep. I'll be the
You
first.
do see spikes at the bottom.
There's spikes
Hard
at the bottom.
metal jagged spikes.
Metal jagged spikes at the bottom.
I
Let's
said,
jump it.
look, I'll jump first. I'll get something over there, and then I'll try to find something to tie it to. Then we can just make it easier.
Okay, because right now I'm over encumbered and I don't feel comfortable with jumping.
Yeah. I'm gonna go jump. I go and jump.
Makes it.
All right, give me a 2d6 plus your level.
He
in feet.
can't fail.
I give it to me. You need a 20-foot
He
distance.
rolled
he
double
has
ones and he makes it.
I want to actually roll low, but I didn't roll that low.
14 plus your level in feet.
I already did the +5.
Okay, 14 feet. You gracefully leap over this area and land quite far down the road from it.
Okay. I walk back and say like, all right, yeah, I think you guys could probably make it. I don't know about Jackery though. Look, it's 5 feet. Throw me some rope. I'll try to find a statue or something in here to.
I untie the rope from Serena's leg, and I toss it across to
Is-
Smee.
Okay, you now each have an end of the rope.
Neil, can't I not fail either?
You don't have a jumping proficiency.
Correct.
I would say it's possible for you to fail.
It would probably just be a 2d6 plus nothing. I would think.
No, I would say. How far? I wouldn't say.
It's a 5-foot hole.
Yeah, it's a 5-foot hole. You can probably make it, no problem. But sometimes people fuck up their jumps.
What would you like me to roll?
I don't know.
You want to think about it during a break?
I would love to think about it during a break. That would make me
Alright.
very happy.
Okay. We'll take our second break here, going into hour number 3. We'll be right back, guys. RollPlay Solum. More RollPlay Solum coming up right after this.